Hello everyone, my name is Rodrigo, and in this video I'm gonna show you how rich display makes easier and faster to create functionality for business application. As an example, I'm gonna use this measurement converter application where you can use between different measurements from the imperial system to convert them into metric and the other way around. For example, a pound. This tells me that a pound is equivalent to 0.45359 kilograms, or how many pounds is a kilogram? 2.2 and change. To create an application like this one, you will need several lines of HTML code and CSS. With rich display, we only need to drag and drop widgets into a JSON file, and you only have to worry about the functionality, the logic that goes behind it. So let's get started by pushing on create a new space. And since we're going to create this one from scratch, I'm not going to use any of the templates that are already here for us. I'm going to close this. Now that we have this empty canvas, I need to name this screen. And save this as converter.json. And this is what our users are going to see when they launch the application. I'm going to go to widget sets and drag and drop a panel and expand it. It's that easy to just create a panel to display visual stuff in here. You just need to drag and drop to adjust the size to. The name of this panel is going to be imperial to metric. And now I'm going to drag and drop elements inside this panel. I'm going to drag a couple of labels. I'm going to drag an output field for the result of the calculation, an input field so the user can put the input here, and a button that is going to signal the logical part of the program that it needs to make a conversion. So let's name these elements. This one is going to be enter pounds. And I'm going to make this bigger so everything fits more comfortably. This one's going to be kilograms, and it's going to return. It's going to be linked to this field that is going to return the weight converter, the pounds converted into kilograms. So now here the field name is going to be called pounds, and it needs to be decimal, and length 10 with 2 decimal points. So the output should be in the same format, and this output is going to be kg, and also going to be decimal with 2 decimal points. And now the value for this is going to be convert, and the response of this button is going to be a boolean called convert pounds. So whenever the user clicks on convert, and this button called convert is gonna turn these convert pounds into true. The default set is false for a button. So that's what we need for this part. And now we're gonna save our changes and make an JavaScript file that is going to do the logic, where all the logic is going to be for us. So this file is going to be called app.js, and to launch this JSON file, we're going to need a couple of lines of code. The first one is pgs. The define display that takes two arguments. First, the word we're going to use to fire up the display, and in this case I'm going to use display. And the second argument is the name of the file we want to display, which is converter.json. And now, since this application is going to be doing a lot of calculations, we don't want to finish when it makes an application, so we're going to make a while loop that is going to wait for the next event to happen in our application. This is not an infinite loop, it's just going to hold the application until another event happens. So in here, we're going to use the keyword display that we just defined here above. And the name of the screen we want to display, if you remember, we call it converter, that's the screen, and we're going to call execute. And that's all we need to have a launchable application. But first, in order to get a URL that allows us to launch this application in a browser, I need to publish my application. So I'm going to call this one converter.app. And I'll let you guys make your own description and use your own keywords. And I'm going to publish this. And these are the links. So now let's launch our application and see what we have. And we have an error because I didn't declare which of these files is going to be the one starting the application. So I'm going to close this window, and now I'm going to proceed to declare that the app.js is in properties is the app start file. So okay, and now finally we can launch our application, and this is what we're gonna have for now. It doesn't do anything yet because we didn't write the code, but we have an application that we can launch in any browser. Now let's work on the logic for this part. So we know that this button, when it gets clicked, it turns the response into positive, into true, and the name of the response is convert pounds. So in here, we're going to check if convert pounds is true. And if it is true, we're going to set up the output field kg into pounds into the text area, which is called pounds. And the value to convert pounds to kilograms is by dividing pounds by 2.046. And so if we launch the application and we put 1 pound, let's see, this is correct. If we go to Google, for example, and convert pounds to kilograms, £1 is 0.45 and change, which is what our application is returning. So this part is correct. So this is how simple it is to create functionality, and by just expanding this panel and adding some more elements, and then adding a second panel to go from metric to imperial, you can get this application here. I'm not going to do it step by step because, guys, I mean, it's just repeating this part here with different values. Also for the logic, as you can see, it's just copy and paste and changing some values, and it's that simple to create an application, that simple and that fast to create an application using Rich Display. And as you can see, this works perfectly fine. The running time is super short, and also developing time is short and simple. Thank you guys for your attention and have a great rest of your day.